just relax those shoulders, but back and down. Nice soft knees, tense the glutes, engage the core, lovely position. Okay, so we're going to bring in a little squat. Hands come together as we do our breathing, reaching up, and then breathing out and pushing the hands back and away. So let's do that little squat, moving back, up we go. So we're bringing everything together. Reach up, and out, and again, let's go. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Some of these little things that I do each warm up are really good for you to do each day, just as you get up. Whenever, while you're making that first cup of tea. Just to collect your thoughts and get the body moving. Let's do one last time. Down we go. Good. So we're going to bring the hands forward and back. Starting to roll the back, arch and roll the back forward. Pull the tummy in. Shoulders rolling. Good. If you can bring the back of the hands together, you get rotation of the shoulder. In that shoulder. Good. Bringing the arms up. Let's take it over the top. It's a little reach. Nice and tall in the middle, as always. Good. Here I really want you to think about engaging the core as you come up. So really feel it here in the center. One more. Good. Okay. So we're going to take the back of the hand across the body so the back of the hand touches. You've got it. That's it, keeping those shoulders nice and high, those arms level with the shoulders. One more. Good. Now we're going to reach out to the side, so lovely little reach. And reach. With a little reach and really stretch at the end. Just make sure if there's any pain in the back that you've tilted the pelvis and you tuck that tailbone under, making sure you're going sideways. Good. Okay, we're going to revisit that with our ball in a second, but we're going to do our legs. Our little slides forward and back. Forward and back. You can bring the arms up and hold them there. Arms forward. That's it, arms forward as the legs go back. So it's a little lean forward and stretch. Stretch. Good. Reach. Back to getting our balance going. Squeeze the bottom as it goes back. Last one. Good. Lovely balancing. And now we're going to go out to the side. Little lift. Try not to let the hips tilt. So I always find it good to keep my hands there. Stops me from going too far. Otherwise the tendency is to do that. And that's not what we're doing. We're staying tall and straight and working that hip. Good. If you can keep this foot off the floor all the time, it's testing your balance. Last one. Good. So forward and back again. Forward. With the arms as the leg goes back. So we're always making ourselves long and tall. And the body reaching. And that little squeeze. Good. Great balance. We haven't lost it. More. Stretch and drop. Good. Out to the side. So again, check that tilt's not there. Keeping everything level. Keep this engaged. Hold that body round there together. Nice and still. Good. Okay. We're going to progress that into our little half circle. Tap at the front, tap at the back. Now, I don't want too much body movement here, so of course you could sort of go forward and back and move the body, okay? What we want to do is literally start just getting the hip to work, and the body stays nice and still. Shoulders are round, shoulders are square rather, sorry. Body is staying forward, it's just the hip that's moving. It's good to do some of these in front of the mirror. See where you are. Nice little squeeze at the bottom. One more. Looking good. Other side. Here we go. Tap at the front. Round we go. So just check that. Oh, I've gone wobbly. Check that movement. So it's stays nice. The stiller you're making yourself stay, the more you're using your core, your sides, your back, your glutes, and everything is working together. Try not to dip, because there's a natural want to do the dip. We're not going into that yet. We'll do the curtsy in a second. Looking good, nice and sturdy. Good, that's all that control. Here we go, we're going to go into our curtsy. We're going to take it across, all the way down. And come back up, and down. So little hands as well. So sitting down, so down we go. Then starting to work the glutes, and the thighs. Trying to keep the body up, shoulders back. Always that tendency to go down, to lean forward. And again, this is where we need the core to work. Keep it upright. These are all the little things that we're progressing with now. You've got the basic moves, so it's now just thinking about how do I use my core to keep me upright, stable. One more each side. Good. Okay, so our next one, we're going to go into a wide squat position. We're going to do a few little squats. Just getting a little bit deeper. Start to use those hips a little bit more. Good. So the feet can point out with a wide squat as well. They don't need to face forward. They can be pointed outwards. You can open the knees out to the side. Good. So this is going to be a lovely stretch. We've done it before. Hands down in the middle. Okay. And you're going to go nice and deep. And then you're going to lift the bottom and down. Nothing better than a good hamstring stretch right into those glutes. Okay, lifting the bottom. You should feel these for sure. Lifting and lowering. If you can't put your hands on the floor, that's fine. Just put your hands on your leg. And we're just bending and stretching. Bending, stretching. Nice. And then coming back up. Good. Good job. Okay, so you should feel that lovely stretch. We're going to do some of our hip circles on one side. Just going to do a few. So this is going backwards, yeah? So bring the knee up in the front and it goes backwards. And you can go the other way. Bring the leg up and bring it forwards. So taking the leg out to the back and forwards. It's just opening up that hip joint, hip flexor, where again if we sat a lot, good, same side. So we're going to go backwards to begin with, lifting the knee up, out to the side and down. Again, not too much body rotation, make sure it's the hip that's going. Good. Nice. And you bring it from the back to the front. Slightly different move, take it out. Good. And again. Nice. Okay, what we're going to do is go down into our squat, and then we're going to add that knee circle. Down again, squat, knee circle. Good. Keeping that shoulders up as much as you can. So you go down, chest open, shoulders back. As you come up, you're just increasing the intensity there. Good. One more each side. Last one. Perfect. Good. Slowly building up. We're going to go into our wide lunge. Wide side lunge. Rotating the arms here. Keeping those arms warm. Shoulder height. Just turning the palms round one way and the other. You reach over the leg. One leg bends, then the other. Reaching out. Good. Again, opening up the inside of the legs here. Again, they get stiff. You stiff a lot. Okay, we're going to touch down over one knee. I want you to bend this leg. We're lunging. Coming back up in the middle. Touch down. The other side. Touch down. Coming up in the middle. Down we go. So don't take the easy route. Come back up in the middle. Coming up. Going down. One more each side. Good. We're going to progress this further. This time, you're going to take that hand down, bend that knee and look back, reaching up to the ceiling. Nice little body twist. Okay, then we go down the other side. Then this knee, down we go into the lunge. Push to the floor, reaching up behind you. Nice twist of the body, looking up to the ceiling. Okay, just do that again. I'm just going to have a little look. How you doing? So go down, and twisting, rotating the body. So take your time, hold the position. It's all about holding, pushing down into the ground, reaching up. Hold that position for a second, and coming back up. Let's do one more each side. Here we go. Down, reach. So just take your time. Use the floor to push against to create that twist. And come back up. And bring those legs in. Well done. Give them a little shake. Okay. So, we're going to grab our ball. So get your ball. We're going to pop the ball between the thighs. Okay. Not between the knees, above the knee. Give it a nice squeeze. Oh, it's gone a bit deflated lately. As we blow it up again. So lovely squeeze. So this engages all around the pelvis, the back, the glutes, etc. Okay, the posterior chain is everything. If you had a corset on and it went all the way around you, that's the area that it's going to work. So we're going to hold it in. We're going to reach up and down. So our usual reach up, down, stretch the body, and tilt. Stretch. So from fingertips to fingertips, I want you to be as long as you can before you lean. Squeeze against the ball. Raise back core. Good. Stretch, stretch. Should start to feel some engagement there. Lovely. And again, last one. Okay. Coming up into prayer position, I want you to give it a lovely push. So really push, but we're squeezing still with the legs. So all the way up here we're working. Are we ready for the twist? So now keeping the hips pointed forward, as you know. So your body may not turn too much. You can push against the ball. And try and keep your nose in line with your fingers as you turn. So one more each side. Here we go. Really brace that core. You're almost pushing the opposite hip away, aren't you? Good, lovely. And one final one with the ball between our legs. We're going to touch the floor, go down into a squat. Then squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as we come up onto our toes. That's that balance again. Go nice and tall. Here we go. So down. And reaching up. First couple might be a bit wobbly. And then the body starts to realise what you want it to do. If you're on a mat, it might be better to move away from a mat. That can make you a little bit more wobbly. If you want to challenge yourself, then you can stand on your mat. Good, down we go. Reach up, lovely and tall. One more, down we go. And up. Balancing has improved so much. Well done, well done. Okay, we're just going to go over the first few arm movements that we're going to do. We're going to pass the ball, then we're going to go over the top, passing the ball. Yep, then we're going to go across the back, passing the ball. Okay, and then we're going to do our little reach out. Good. Are we ready? 4 of each. So we're going to go forward and back, really rounding the back. The ball just gives us focus, really makes us reach and pass. Good. Now we're going to go over the top. It just adds a little to the movement because you've actually got to change hands with that ball. Good. Last one. Cross the chest, passing, open up, passing, open. That squeeze of the shoulder blades here is just as important. Good. Out to the side, little reach, and hands, reach, and hands. Good. So we're just bringing the ball in to add a little bit of variation. Lovely. So we're going to go into our squat and our knee circle over the ball. Squat, knee circle over the ball. Okay, so it's just a little knee lift as it circles round to cast the ball on the knee. Good. That gives you something to think about. Keep that knee up high. Down we go. In your hand. It comes up. Good. Lovely. Good. One more. Perfect. Down into that wide squat again, but we're going to use the ball. So I'm going to go into the wide squat. We're going to put the ball on the floor. We're going to push into the ball and then help us stretch our legs again. So if anybody wasn't able to touch the floor in this position, then you can use the ball. And you're just straightening and lowering the bottom. The bottom comes up, goes down, just using that ball. Good. Lovely. Back into that lunge position again, so wider with the legs. We're going to touch the floor, come up, change hands, touch the floor. So again, just gives us a different focus, touching with the ball. Going up and down, just do a few more of these. Good. Touching, coming back up, touching. This time we're going to do that body twist. You're going to have the ball there. You're going to be a little bit unstable on the ball, and you're going to do that body twist looking up to the ceiling, taking that arm out. Coming down, so we've got the ball to push against. It's going to make us a bit wobbly. The core's going to have to work a little bit harder to keep you stable. And down we go. Reaching up. And one more on the left side. Here we go. Good. Okay. And we're just going to finish off with a few of those. Squatting down, touch the floor, reaching up. A couple of these. Down we go. Really good to just control the body. Take your time. Don't forget, we want the body to work as a team. Everything works together. One last time, let's go. Fabulous, well done, okay. We're going to just take the intensity up a little bit more, pop the ball to one side, okay. Just make sure you've got room in front of you. We're not going to particularly get the mat out just yet, okay, but just make sure you've got some room. We're going to do our roll down, and then we're going to do a walk out, okay. Alright, so that's down into like a plank position, down onto our chest and the back up. It's a little bit like part of a burpee, if you like. So we're going to do chin down, shoulders forward, we'll roll that back, pulling the tummy in, squeezing the glutes. So we're going to walk out with our hands, trying not to put our knees on the floor. You're going to take the weight of your body on your hands. Okay, then you're going to lower yourself down onto your chest, come back up into a press up position, and walk your hands back towards your feet. That's nice, slow. And then roll up. And we're just going to do a little lean back at the top. And we're going to go again. In down, shoulders forward. Coming in. Glutes engaged. Walking forward. Taking the weight on your hands. Only when you're into that plank position you can drop knees. Go down. Push back up. Bottom comes up. So a sort of bit of a down dog on the way back up. Hang there for a second. Lovely stretch to the back of the legs. And pull up. And then lean. Okay. So just going to fit a few skis in. Lovely and relaxed. Little bend of the knees. Okay, so bend. And reach. And swing the arms. Nice and relaxed. Good. A little bit of an extended warm up there. Bringing in some different actions and moves with the balls. There we go. Wonderful. Okay, well done. Good, good, good. Ladies with scarves and your belt, we're going to be going in and out. I think you're going to find that the bands are going to drop. Okay, so you're just as good to stay nice and low and do what we're doing initially without the band, okay? All right, it's just going to work pretty much as well. The lower you go, the more your glutes are going to engage. So for anybody who is able to have a band and has got it ready to use, feel that tension, and then we're going to be stepping side to side, okay? Our next one we're going to do is we're going to do some little pulses out the back, okay? If you turn the heel, if you can see, if you turn the heel, that way, so the heel's out, you'll feel that it will engage the glute even more, okay? Because sometimes your toe will go out. Do you see where, can you see my fur? Sometimes the toe will go out. If you actually bring the toe in, and it will really engage into the glute there, okay? It's just a tiny little variation you can do. Then we'll do the side, so like we normally do, but we're going to be pulsing. Okay, if anybody needs anything to hold on to, you can, but let's try and do it as a balance. So the body's going to stay lovely and square, shoulders lovely and flat, they're not moving. This is where we're going to really try and make the core work, and we're just going to pulse the legs to the side, and then we'll do it on the other side. So that's going to be our leg workout, and then I'll show you the arms from there. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so those who want to go low, please go low. Okay, it's going to make it harder. The lower you stay in your squat. So we're just going to squat to the side. If you want to stay high and let the band do the work, that means you're going to work it on the outside a little bit more. So just singles. That's it. Just little taps. Good. That's it. You can use the arms. Let's use the arms. Elbows back. So tendency when you do that is to lift the shoulders. Let's try and keep that neck nice and long and the shoulders going back. Can we take it for 2 steps? We all got enough room? So we're going to do 2 steps. 2 steps. 2. 2. So again, if you've got a band, the wider you go with your step, wider, the more you're going to let your legs work. Without a band, you want to go low. Good. Couple more. Get those glutes going. Okay, so we're going to turn sideways. I'm going to show you. So we're going to just have the band there. If not, don't worry, you don't need the band. We're just going to pulse. Little pulses. Don't let that toe go out. Keep the toe under. Keeping the body nice and long. You might want the hands out in front. Keep the balance. Okay, let's change legs. Here we go. Other side. So a nice little engagement, little squeeze. Squeeze and pulse. Toe pointed down. You can hold on to a chair or a sideboard if you need to. Good. Out to the side this time. Little pulse. So keep working here. Keeping that body nice and square. Oh, fabulous. You're staying so still. Brilliant. Other side. Here we go. Again, if you have the toe pointing up, it works a different position. If you have the toe pointing down, you'll feel it. Just move the feet. You've got a different variation. Okay, let's do side step again. Arms back. Let those legs go a little bit more. Good. So we're going to go 2 steps. 2 steps. Staying low if you want. Or staying up and letting the band do the work. Shoulders down. Keep it going. Well done. Little tap. Okay, now we're going to just take it into a step curl. Okay, just lifting those feet towards your bottom. Taking his arm back still. Good. Keeping that tension on the band, those who've got the band. Good, lovely. Should we do a few more pulses? 8 on each one. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same side. Out the back on the other leg. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. The real squeeze. 6, 7, 8. 8 each side. Here we go. 1, 2. Stay nice and firm. 3, 6, 7, 8. I lost it there. Last one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, mash it out. Okay. Anybody's got a band? Just take it off. Okay, ladies, everybody, you can get your scarves, your dressing gown ties, whatever you've got. Okay, lovely. So we're going to take it behind us to begin with. We're going to work the back of these arms and finger rings. Okay, so I just want you to go into a calf stretch position. Okay, I want you to bring your elbows together as much as they can. So I don't want them out here. I want them together. You're going to touch your bottom, straighten your arm. Touch your bottom, straighten your arm. I'll show you from the back. Touch, straighten. You've got the tension of the band. You're working again. Touch, straighten, touch. You should feel that. Keeping those shoulders. 2 more. Last one. Good. Can we feel it? Did we feel it? Yeah? Okay, give those arms a little stretch. Okay, so we should feel it here. Working against the band, because your arms want to go like this. You don't want to stay there. So your arms are working against, and then you're making them stretch as well. So, good. Okay. Hands, palms facing together. We're going to take them out the front. We have a little balance if you can. Don't worry, just put your foot down if not. You can balance, and you're just going to pulse the hands out. This is the outside of the shoulders. Your pulses in our balanced position, making the core work. And rest. Those arms a little straight. We don't need to do too many of these, do we? This time, palms are going to be out. Slight variation. Palms are out. I'm going to do it with the other leg. So I'm calf stretch position. Going out into this balance. And I'm going to pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, and 10. Good. Okay. Do a couple of little circles of the arms. Circles of the arms. Are we ready to try those again? Okay, so recap, behind the back. Okay, you can hold on to the band however you want. Put your hands all the way into it like you've got handcuffs on, and it's basically touching the bottom, straightening, touch, straighten, touch, straighten. Squeezing those elbows together. Push away. As long as you've got tension on that band, push against it. One more. Good, well done. Okay, so if we want to work the back of those arms, this is the way to do it. So, palms together. We're going to do our stretching out the front, palms together. So we go out first of all, balancing, taking that position out there. Ready, let's pulse of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come in. Okay. We're just adding something there to make sure that the body's keeping you balanced. Palms together. Sorry, back to the hands together, palms out. Change legs for the balance. Here we go. The 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. Give those arms a little shoulder, a little roll. Okay. Lovely. We're going to do legs again. Sorry, guys. Got what we're doing. We're going to pop it round the leg. Again, ladies with your scarves and your bands, again, you're probably best not to, so I think it's going to just flop and you could risk falling then. So we're literally going to go down and a knee lift. Down and a knee lift. Down and a knee lift. Obviously, we're working against our bands. They do tend to move. Keep them just above your knee. And you don't want your knee lift to be too high. So I'll just show you sideways on. So, those who've got a band, knee lift is just a little knee lift. You've got the band to work against. The other two, you've got to lift your knees a little bit higher. Back, knee lift. Now keep your chest up. If that band rolls, just move it down a little bit more. Couple more. Okay. All right, just let legs relax. We're going to add to that. It's slightly different. As you come up, you're going to punch with the other hand. As you lift one knee, you're going to punch and twist. Punch and twist. Okay, so it's just a little turn of the body as you're on one leg. Punch and twist. Showing you from the side. Punch and twist. Again, adding that instability and a movement. So we're unstable on one leg and we're moving. Looking sideways. Couple more. The band's rolling up. Last couple. Good. And relax. Okay. Up one, guys, and we're down on the floor. So we're doing our bow and arrow. Okay, but what I want you to do is keep the hips facing forward, and I want you to turn the body and bring the elbow back. Working the back of the arms again, back of the shoulder, bow and arrow. One hand stays forward, yeah, and then you pull, taking that elbow back behind you. And again, you can be nice and strong in that core. Nice and strong, keeping the body nice and taut. Not too much of a hip movement, it's more in the shoulders and the arms. Okay, good. Other side. So, not too sure whether you've got your scarf or your band, whether you can do it. You might not be able to pull too much. You could still do the action here. Doesn't need to be loose. Okay. One hand out in front. So just squeezing that elbow. You can see my elbow stays in line with my shoulder. It's not down here. Okay, it takes it back level with the shoulder. And if you brace yourself, you can really feel that working down the front of the tummy and the side. And there we go. Woo! Well done. Fabulous. Let's have a little stretch. So we're going to go into that calf position and take our arm across. Just to stretch the back of those arms. Good. Well done. Go on, take on water if you need to, obviously. So over the next couple of days, if it hurts a little bit around the shoulders, this is a really good stretch. Lovely. And even just giving yourself a big hug, bring those shoulders forward. Okay. And then just standing nice and tall. And another one. Pushing the hands away. Taking them up above your head. First getting those shoulders to work. That's it, take it down and up again. Perfect. Grab your mat and I'll see you down on the floor. So can you remember when we were doing the vacuuming with the tummy? So in all fours position, Gemma, I'm not sure whether you've done this before. You're going to really think about breathing in, bringing that tummy right in. You should really feel everything coming as much as you can. So if you're taking such a tight breath in, and then try and breathe out, but hold the tummy and the core in. Okay, so you're breathing out against it. So into the all fours, bring the tummy in, have a lovely deep breath in, hold it there, and then breathe out. Not easy the first couple of times. When the body starts to think about it, it starts to help. So just ready to take that deep breath in again, pull the tummy in, everything comes in, and then breathe out. Still holding that tummy. Okay, we do that 2 more times. So, real pull the tummy in, everything comes in, hold, everything goes firm, and breathe out. An unusual feeling when you're breathing out, yet you're trying to hold everything in. Okay, one last time, guys, here we go. So, breathing in, pull it in, from down, it's the pelvis through to the ribs, and breathe out. Okay, and relax. I think definitely before you start doing any sort of floor work, just to do a couple of those, just to get the brain to really feel where the tummy is, where the core is, and start to engage with it can help. So let's hope it goes. So, onto all fours. We're going to go straight into our Superman, one opposite arm and leg, and you can either hold it there if you'd like, or we're going to just hold it out to the side slightly, come back in and down. We're going to take it up, we're going to take it out to the sides if you want to, come back in and down. So, if the back starts to dip, if you really can't hold it very still, then just stick to the straight one before you start challenging yourself. It's up to you. There's 2 different levels. Here we go. Get out. If you're finding that difficult, stay there. If you want to go out, take them out to the side, challenge the core, bring them back. Okay, can't do looking silly, come I can't. So we're going out again. Keep everything lovely and flat, pull that tummy in, legs out, arm out, hold, come back to straight, and down. Okay, just collect yourself again, so we're really going to try and keep the back nice and flat. The bottom and the back isn't going to arch at all. Here we go. Lovely and flat, stay still. Challenge if you want. Back and down. So if you feel that increase of challenge to stop yourself from wobbling while you've got the extra weight has gone away from the body, then here we go again. Out we go. Out to the side. Definitely increases the movement. And then back down. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more on each side. Here we go. So in your own time, hold as long as you want out to the side. Okay, pulling that tummy in, almost as if you're doing that vacuuming, but keep breathing. Leg only needs to come level with the hip, arm level with the shoulder. And I'm doing my last one. You can really feel the weight of that leg going out, challenging, and coming back in. When you're done, sit back into child's pose. Nice deep stretch there. You may feel that hurts your back more, so that's where we need to start increasing you using your core if you do find it in your back, and keeping the back nice and flat. Okay, lovely. So, coming down onto your face, we're going to do Superwoman, they call this one, not Superman. So it's a little bit like parachuting. Okay, that's how I always think of it. So you've got your arms and legs, as if we were going to do our women position. But you're going to lift both arms and both legs all at the same time. Okay, what I don't want you to do is to push out with your tummy. We're going to really do that pulling up with the tummy. Again, this is why the core vacuuming really helps, because it's getting you into that position. So pull in with the tummy, we'll hold for 3, and then we'll lower. Are you ready? You can squeeze the glutes as well. Ready, and lift, 2, 3, and down. So this does work the lower back, okay, but where we work the core quite a lot, we do need to work the lower back as well. Here we go again, and 1, 2, 3, and down. Relax the tummy, relax the glutes in between. Ready to brace, pull the tummy up, squeeze the glutes, and 1, 2, 3, and down. We're just going to do 2 more of these. Okay, have a little rest in between, then brace the glutes, pull the bottom up, and the tummy, and here we go. 1, 2, 3. And then ready for the last one. Pull the tummy in away from the mat, squeeze the glutes, and 1, 2, 3. And down we go. Lovely. I can feel those today. Sitting back into that child's pose, lovely and deep. Open the knees, reach through. Well done. So those sort of fit together quite well, those 2 moves. I think with a lot of the different exercises I try and do, you could just do a couple of these. If you haven't got long, you know, in the time or just before bed or whenever you've got a few minutes, you could grab your mat, you could lay there and you could do a couple of these quite easily. Okay, and some of them don't necessarily need too much of a warm-up, so those 2, for example, you could do. They'd be quite challenging if you did them regularly. You'd soon feel the difference with the core, okay? We're going to flip over onto our back, alright? Okay, so we're going to run over today because I think we started a little bit late, so if that's okay with you, we've just got a couple of more things to do and then I want to do a nice stretch. Okay, once you're on your back, I'd like you to just do a few of the pelvic tilts. So pushing the tummy and the back into the floor and then tilting it up. So you just get used to that feeling of where the back is and where the middle is. So the middle shouldn't be pushed down onto the floor, somewhere in between, not arched, not pushed down. Now during any of these exercises, if you start to arch and you start to push down to try and cope with the move, okay, that's the point you need to stop. You need to rest or you need to stick at that level because that says it's too challenging, okay? You want to be nice and firm in that neutral position, okay? So we're just going to do some leg taps. We're just going to lift one leg at a time and we're just going to literally have the leg at a right angle and we're just going to tap and the other leg's going to be on the floor. I just want you to get the feeling of what the leg tap feels like. Nothing else should move apart from that leg that you're tapping. Just tapping and back up to tabletop. Tap, back up. Hopefully there shouldn't be any movement in your back at this point. Just change legs. Take the other leg up, face the core and tap the other leg. Little tap. Always good to start with a lower level, okay, that you can manage just to get you used to the position and get you ready for the next level. There's no point diving in and doing something too hard too soon and doing it badly because you're not ready. Okay, what I'd like you to just do, a couple of things here. So if your level is still just practicing one up, one up, down, down. That's all you need to do. Just practicing going up into that tabletop and in your own mind seeing if you could hold for a couple of counts. You might go 1, 2, down. 1, 2, down, down. You're literally just playing. Can I hold that tabletop? Can I hold it for the count of 1, 2? Or you may want to try it for 1, 2, 3, 4 and down. So have a little play. Just see what your back can manage to do. Okay. Slowly we should be able to progress from just holding for seconds to holding for the count of 2 and then slowly building that up. And that's another really good thing that you could just practice every day. Just making sure that the core is pulled in, not sticking out. Okay, the back is nice and neutral and it can hold with no movement. Okay, lovely. So we're going to do a similar thing. Okay, we're going to bring the thumbs up, just with giving the thumbs up, taking them up to the ceiling, over the head. I want the thumbs to touch the floor, shoulders are turning, and then I want them to be brought back down beside you. But in that process, there's a naturalness for the back to want to arch and come up as you take your hands above your head. Okay, so we want to stay in that neutral spine with no movement of our back as we take the arms up. Ready? Here we go. So lifting, taking the arms up, fighting against the feeling that you want to arch the back as the shoulders turn, as the arms go up, and bring the arms back down. Taking them back up. Keeping nice and firm. Also good for the shoulders as well, nice little flexibility movement here. Taking the arms up, thumbs onto the floor. And then hands down. Okay, we're going to add, as we always do, start to make that a little bit more difficult. Take the arms above the head. As you come back up, I want you to bring your shoulders, peel your shoulders off the floor, and I want your hands to touch your knees, or your legs, basically. And then you're just doing a tiny little curl. Okay, thumbs onto the floor. As the arms come up, bring them up, level with your ears. Shoulders peel up and touch legs. Pulling the tummy in. Nice and steady, nice and slow. Here we go. Tummy comes in. As you peel the back off. So just your shoulders down to sort of past that level maybe. Heels off the floor as you sit up. Pull the tummy in. One more. There we go. As the arms come up across the ears, I'm going to come up with them. Up and down. Good. Okay. Well done. Let's hug those knees in. Give you a little bit of a rock from side to side. Because we've used the core in all the exercises today, we haven't really done too much extra on the floor. Yeah. Okay? Good. I want you to put one leg down on the floor, hugging this leg in, and then I want you to change them over. So it's just a little stretch, but we've just got a little changeover in between. So hugging the knee in, and changing leg, hug the other knee in. Now obviously this could be with your head and your shoulders off the floor, and it can progress into an actual move. I just want you to do it as a stretch at the moment. Your head on the floor, shoulders on the floor, swapping each leg over. So you are starting to use that lower core there, around the pelvic, bikini area, as you swap your legs over. Good. Okay, lovely. Come into sitting, slowly as we've been laid down for a while. I can see you all come back up now. You all disappear when you're on the floor. Lovely. So we're going to go into our mermaid position. So it's like, I never know how to describe it. It's a bit like a Z, if you like. So you have one leg bent out the back, hip goes out level with the hip, and the other leg bent across in front. Okay. So we're just going to do a little turn here, just a swing, and you'll feel where it's tight and hard to turn. It really does make that hip work a bit there, doesn't it? Okay. Then we're going to the front leg. You're going to reach out over the front leg, and if you want, if you remember the other week I showed you can pop your head onto two bits, and it's just a nice way to relax the head down over that front leg. You should feel that into the glutes and in the front leg there. Just resting. And then putting the hands down, so you've got your arms straight out in front of you, and just reach the body forward, so you're sort of taking the chest forward there. And then coming back up. Lovely. Changing over, so we cross the other leg across the front, take the other one out the back. That's it. Super good. And again, just a little swing. You might want to put your hand down. You can put your hand down there. Your hand down there. You just feel that different stretches. Again, always do what feels. Where you've got to be in tune with your body. If you find that here is a good place for you to stop and stretch, then stop and stretch there. Okay, that's the best thing to do. Good. Okay, we're going to do our head down on the floor. We're going to reach forward. Oh, that side's tight for me. Feel that in the glutes and hamstrings. Rest in there, rest in the head down. Rest the head on the floor if you can. Onto your foot. Never scrimp on your tool down, always do the stretches. So hands on the floor, and I'm just going to reach my chest forward here. So I'm trying to take the chest and body over that front leg. That's it, yeah, you can get down on your elbows. That's great, there's all different positions for you. At the moment this is enough for me. Super. We're going to come into butterfly, so that's just bringing the feet together. You can push your elbows down onto your knees. And you're very flexible, so that's great. And you can do a little flutter as well. It's okay in this position because the knees are protected. They're not moving, it's just the hip that's moving slightly. Just a little flutter. So you can hold. If that's too much for you, you can lean back and flutter. Just feel that into the groin. If you can't, and maybe bring the feet a little bit nearer. Stand a little bit more. we're going to do our hip flexor. Okay, we're going to do a deep hip flexor today, so we're going to actually drop into it initially. We aren't going to do the pelvic tilt initially, we're going to drop down and take that nice and deep, and you should feel that in the back of the hamstrings that side. And a lovely stretch for this, for our psoas. We have a muscle here, okay, that connects the rib cage to the hip, and again can get really short if we sit like this a lot, so we need to stretch it. We're going to actually reach up, and if you can, stretch back and up. That's best, if not just over. You can use this hand to support you. But if you can go backwards and feel a stretch down here, that's brilliant. Goes all the way down, through into the hip. Perfect combination, those two. Good. Now we are going to do that pelvic tilt and drop forward. And if you're a little bit tight, you won't be able to go too far forward. So it's just pelvic tilt first and slightly slant forward. So it's definitely restricted from when you don't do the pelvic tilt, we can go forward. With this one, it really is restricted to how far you can go. Obviously, if you want to do that stretch again, you can. Lovely, let's go the other way. So, we do the deep stretch first. So no pelvic tilt, just forward. We've done quite a lot around the hips and the glutes and everything today, so it's really good to stretch all around. Now we're going to take us into that stretch. Leaning back if you can, so you feel it here. Good. And coming up, do that pelvic tilt, not so far this time. And then up and back. Yes, I can definitely feel that one today. Good. Okay, staying in this position, we're going to do a bit of a hamstring stretch. That is quite intense for me, but some of you might be able to go a little bit further. We're staying up on the knee, stretching forward, taking the hands forward, and stretching this front leg. The further you can reach your hands forward, over that foot, the more you can feel the stretch. If that's too much for you, stay up and just sit back into the stretch. You may not be able to get your hands down. Really nice one. Way to stretch the hamstring. And on the other side, we'll bring that leg round. Again, up here might be enough for some of you if that's tight. Hands down, or you might be able to go all the way, leaning forward. So what I'm trying to do on my Facebook page is put little short videos of like warm-up stretches, tutorials for hamstring leg stretches, things like that. They're just little 10 minutes, 15 minutes most. So if you ever are looking for anything like that that you want to do, then you can pop on and just see what there is on the timeline and pick something up. You can get used to a little routine that you like to do yourself most days. Okay, so that's what I recommend. So we're into our cat-cow. We're going to do a lovely cat in the back. Most days I'm trying to do a sort of 15 minutes sort of stretch and core workout each day. Combination of the sort of things we do for warm up and that. And then down into cow. That's my plan anyway. I think if you aim to do something every day, up into cow position, if you aim to do something every day, then you might make it about 4 times a week. If you aim to do something 3 times a week, you're probably only going to do it once. So I always think aim for higher. One more down, into cow. Good. We're going to tuck our toes under, go up into down dog. So prepare yourself to push the bottom up high, heels down, head goes between the arms, looking back at the legs. Pull the tummy in, hips nice and high. Push those heels down. You can pedal if you want to do a little bit of a calf stretch here. Pushing one side down then the other. And then you're going to slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. One last lovely stretch to the back of the leg. And roll yourself up. And come and join me standing. So let's finish. We're going to have another stretch to the back of the arms, okay? And I want you to go into that calf position. Let's re-stretch those back of the arms. We did it briefly earlier. Let's do it again. So those tricep ones that we were doing behind our back, touching the bottom and stretching. Okay, let me know how you are over the next few days. We only did 2 sets, I think, didn't we? I didn't want to do too many today, but they are good, they're effective. Change into the other side. But always make sure you stretch out after. Obviously another tricep stretch is up here. Okay, some people find that one better, so you're stretching here. I don't tend to find that one quite as good for me, but you can do that. And if you're very flexible and you can hold your hands, which obviously I can't, that is another stretch, okay? But maybe just try this one at the back of the arm today. Good. And then we're going to just put our hands onto our hips at the back, keeping those elbows in, so not out here, elbows in. And then stretching the chest. That's working here. Good. Lovely. And we're nearly done. We started a little bit late with our chatting. So we're going to go down into that starting when we were squatting. We're going to go the other way. We're going to. And then open again. We're going to do 2 big circles with the arms. So one out. Deep breath in. Deep breath in on the way up, and the breath out. One more time, here we go. Fabulous, well done. Well, I definitely feel like I've moved, so well done, thank you.